Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit different video. I'm not going to be doing makeup or anything. This is obviously going to be about skincare. Now, just to preface this, I am going to do like a full skincare video. I know it's been requested. I've just been tweaking my skincare routine and trying to pull in like cruelty-free items, you know what I mean? Now, this is not going to be about my skincare routine. This is, however, going to be about a specific product. This is the Ordinary AHA 30% and BHA 2% peeling solution. If you've never heard of this has been making its rounds on the internet, of course, pretty recently, actually. It's like the blood-colored, like a vial of blood. I mean, not really. Like, it looks a little bit more, it's more purple. It's kind of like beet juice or something. Now, to give you an idea what this stuff does, so its claims are that it basically says it's a water-based facial mask. It's essentially a chemical peel, but it's an at-home chemical peel. It's technically not even like legal in some countries to sell this just straight to the consumer, but you know, here we are. I am in the US, obviously, if you guys couldn't tell by my accent. So it includes a myriad of alpha hydroxy acids. There's glycolic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, and citric acid. So it does say if you do normally use acids on a regular basis, which I do, it says not to use them on the night that you use this. So I won't be using my glycolic acid toner or my salicylic acid toner tonight, which is another thing that I want to mention. I do use acids on a regular basis, so I have gotten to the point where I can use 7% glycolic acid every night if I want to, and it will not irritate my skin. I do, however, alternate that with 2% salicylic acid, so I do AHA one night, salicylic acid the next night. Sometimes I do salicylic like only like maybe 3 times a week, 2 times a week, something like that, just depending on how much I kind of feel like I need to. If my skin's feeling a little bit too dry, then I won't use it as often, but the AHA I have worked up to, and it just doesn't irritate my skin at all now. Like I said, I can just use it every single night if I want to, and that's the 7%. This I do suspect may irritate my skin just a tad bit. It says not to leave it on longer than 10 minutes. I'm going to make a prediction right now that I won't be able to leave it on longer than 2 minutes, but we'll see, okay? If you do decide to get this, my recommendation is to take it off as soon as it starts to tingle or as soon as you start to feel any irritation at all, even if it's just around your nose. I am going to do my nose last because I know for a fact this is where I'm going to start getting the irritation first. So I'm going to do this part last so that the rest of my face can kind of sit on the rest of my face and the less sensitive parts of my face before this starts to tingle, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start right here on my cheeks and my forehead and my chin because I know that those areas can pretty well take a decent amount of acid. Then I'll put I'm going to stay out of my orbital socket, obviously. I'm just going to put right around where my melasma starts. So that's another thing, some skin issues that I have. I do have keratosis pilaris. You can see it just a little bit, and I'll zoom in just a second. You can see it just a little bit here. Let's just go ahead and zoom in. So you can see, I mean, it's hard to see texture on film, obviously, especially what I like to call micro texture. You can see it just a little bit right here, these little red bumps. It's basically just a buildup of excess keratin is what keratosis pilaris is. I've got it on both sides of my face, worse on this side. I also have melasma, as you can see. These brown spots right here, where it's just barely a different color than the rest of my face, that is what you call melasma. That is basically a result of pregnancy. It used to be a lot worse than it is. I still do have it. You can still just kind of barely see it. I can see it worse than pretty much anybody else because I know what I'm looking for. I do have it above my mouth, as you can see, this kind of yellow, like almost like a yellow stain right here. It used to be a lot worse. It used to be a lot more bluish gray, but you know, I have gotten a lot better about it over the years. Now, when this redness subsides a little bit, like the melasma appears to be a lot worse. So it just kind of blends in with my redness. So that's some of my skin issues that I have that, as I have said, have gotten better over the years. I don't really have bad acne. This red mark here in between my eyes, that's just a birthmark. So that's not part of, this is not going to go away after this peel. That's there. That's there forever, and it's mine. Anyway, just to give you an idea what we're going in with, or what we're, you know, just to give you an idea what I'm kind of getting myself into. Now, the reason I'm doing this on film is because when I was reading reviews about this, and when I was watching the review videos and stuff, a lot of people said that it is like an instantaneous reaction. Like, you will definitely see a difference from after you put this on, like immediate difference. And I'm like, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see not only how long I can leave this on, and if there is an immediate appreciable difference. I don't think you're supposed to shake it. Mine did come overfilled, so when I opened it for the first time, it like bubbled out. Like it's messy as hell. I can already feel it starting to tingle a little bit. Now, I'm only putting 1 dropper full on my face. I'm not just going to cover my face in it. It does say it's supposed to be used as a mask, but I don't feel the need to cover my face in it. And, yeah. It's pretty slippery and easy to spread around. So, it's been on for obviously about 30 seconds at this point. I'm going to leave it on. We're going to start with I'm going to shoot for 5 minutes. And if I can make it to 10 minutes, great. If I can't, whatever. Let's see how long I last. So it's been on for about 2 minutes at this point, and it is not really irritating my face at all. Maybe a little bit around here, but aside from that, it's just not that bad. It doesn't feel any worse than an acid toner will. At this point, I can apply my acid toner every night without feeling anything at all. So far, so good. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting. Like I said, maybe tingling a little bit around here. Maybe a little bit here around my nose, but it's kind of an intermittent stinging, it's almost like a pulsing kind of sting. It's not like a constant, I need to get this off my face right now. I mean, I fully expect it to sting just a tiny bit. It is a peel, but I know my limits when it comes to irritation. If you're going to get this, I totally recommend working up to it. Make sure you use an acid toner or an acid regularly on your face, work up to it before you just jump right into a peel, unless you just go to an esthetician or a dermatologist and they recommend doing a chemical peel and you do it in their office. That's another thing. But before doing an at-home peel, please know your skin's limits. Okay, so we're at about the 5-minute mark now. I can definitely feel a lot more stinging around this part of my face. If it gets worse or doesn't get better, then I'm going to go ahead and take it off. But at this point, it doesn't really seem to be bothering me that bad. I am anticipating maybe a little bit of redness after this is all said and done, just in certain areas. But yeah, I might leave it on for 2 more minutes before I take it off. As you can see, I don't know, a lot of the videos I watched, people just went crazy with this and were just putting it all over their face and just trying to make an opaque layer of red. Don't feel like you have to do that. I literally put whatever would fit in the dropper, when I squeezed it in, 1 dropper full, put it on my fingers. I mean, it was maybe the size of a quarter or a dime even, and then I just spread that 1 layer all over my face. There's no need to build it up to the level of red that's in here. Just because it looks like blood in the bottle doesn't mean it has to look like blood on your face, especially if you're not used to acids on your face. I cannot stress that enough. Please know what you're doing if you order one of these. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, which is $80, and this on the other hand is $8. So I don't know. I think I might actually be able to leave this on for the full 10 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next time I do it, I'll know not to put it around this area of my nose and maybe wait and leave this on for 3 minutes before I go into this area of my face. That's probably what I'm going to do next time. As opposed to just kind of doing this last, I'll probably actually wait for 3 minutes before I put it on this part of my nose. So noted. Now, we're about 8 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I did rinse it off. I rinsed it off for a good, I rinsed my face for 5 minutes just to make sure I had all of it off. I can see a little bit of redness on my face that I don't think was there before, just mainly on this part. If anything, I feel like these bumps are a little bit more apparent. I don't know if that is because some of the skin cells that were on top of them got flaked away or not, but I don't feel any irritation on my face at all anywhere. I can see some redness though, and I don't think it's the staining because like I said, I made sure I rinsed my face for a really long time. And this stuff doesn't really stain, so because I noticed when I was rinsing my hands off the first time, it didn't stain them. In terms of whether or not I notice an immediate difference, I just don't think that I do at this point. But I just remember so many of the reviews being I noticed an immediate difference. You could just tell immediately. And I'm just I'm kind of skeptical of that. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. But like I said, that doesn't mean that it's not good. That doesn't mean that I won't notice a difference as time goes on and the more I use it. So, all right, guys, what's up? It has now been a day. Well, not 24 hours, but this is the next day. I'm actually sitting down about to film a different video right now, but I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on this peel. Now, I know people always think first impressions are worthless, which, I tend to agree with that. I find them entertaining at times. However, I don't really find them super informative in terms of whether or not something's actually going to work. But since this is a chemical peel, and since chemical peels are supposed to deliver like instantaneous results of sorts, I did want to do like a first impression. But then, of course, I'm going to give you an update on the bi-weekly use of this mask that I have used in my skincare video. So that being said, now a couple of things, and glitter on my face. A couple things I noticed this morning when I woke up. Not necessarily, like I said, after I did it, I didn't really notice much of anything. I noticed a little bit of redness, but that's pretty typical. The redness went away about 10 minutes later. But the one thing that I noticed that I can definitely comment on is this little bump. It was a pimple at one point in time. It has taken, it was a giant pimple. Okay, giant pimple. It has taken a while to go away, but something I noticed this morning is that it no longer is much of a bump. It is actually pretty flat compared to yesterday. So that is the most appreciable difference I've noticed since I did the peel. Now, I don't know if that's something that you'll actually be able to see on film because it's definitely still red, but trust me, for whatever reason, I did a freaking chemical peel, this bump has definitely gone, which makes me think that perhaps some of the other texture on my face has been smoothed over a little bit. I still feel the bumps over here from my keratosis. That is something I'm hoping to try to remedy and get rid of with multiple uses of this mask. But as of right now, and I have glitter on my face. Why do I have glitter on my face? I haven't even put makeup on yet. What's going on here? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I'll zoom in so that we can get like a day later kind of update. So, of course, I haven't noticed anything in terms of my melasma. That is definitely still there. I doubt it's ever going to go away. I do have melasma. I got it from being pregnant and then breastfeeding for 2 years. It didn't start to subside until after I was done nursing, but it is definitely still there. And like I said, I don't know that it's ever going to get any better than this, but I'm cool with that, whatever. I can't really see it that much anymore. So yeah, anyway, oh, another thing I wanted to mention is oftentimes with peels or with any kind of acid treatment, if you work out or if you work in a job that causes you to sweat, you will notice any irritation in the form of your face stinging when the sweat hits it. And this morning, I actually went to the gym and my face did not sting. So I don't know if that just comes with the territory of having used acids for a long time and I've kind of built up a tolerance. Maybe that's why I don't have any stinging, but definitely when I first started using acids, I did have a lot of stinging when I sweat. It's easy for me to sit here and be like, no irritation, it's great. And I do have sensitive skin. I have eczema prone skin too. So it's not necessarily a deal breaker for you. Just because you have eczema or whatever doesn't necessarily mean you can't use a peel. But if you do have sensitive skin, I highly recommend talking to a dermatologist and getting your eczema sorted out first. I do not recommend putting a peel straight on top of an eczema flare up. Not under any circumstances. It would sting, it would itch, it would drive you crazy. Aside from that, I don't notice a huge difference. You'll have to let me know if you do because, I see my face every day, so it's hard for me to notice subtle changes. People kept saying, it was review after review after review saying they noticed immediate results, like they could tell an immediate difference in their skin. And I mean, that is the idea behind a chemical peel. You are supposed to get pretty quick results. You're not supposed to have to use a chemical peel for 2 months, you know what I mean? You're supposed to it's a facial, so you are supposed to notice maybe a subtle difference the first one you get. You do have to, obviously this is supposed to be used twice a week, but yeah, just let me know what you guys think. So anyway, like I said, I am in the process of tweaking my skincare routine, so I will have a full skincare video, and it will include a more exhaustive review of this chemical peel, but just so we have like a benchmark, this is what you get after one treatment. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber and you want to be, just hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.